Hey there! Would you like to spend time with your friends and get to know them better? Spend more time with them? Well, let me introduce you to Sleepovers. You can spend time at your pal's place, enjoy snacks, play games, watch movies, sleep with them. Wait. Don't miss now! Get your sleepover today by calling this number. Sleepovers have got to be the best way to hang out with your friends. You get to spend more time with them, and it's just a whole vibe. I mean, there's a reason why they're so popular to this day. The hype that you guys would get by planning a sleepover would be really unmatched. It gets you just really excited for just what you could experience. Just making plans and talking about it is just some of the most exciting stuff about the sleepover. And you're not even at the sleepover, but getting to the house is just as hype in my opinion. Once everyone gathers to the sleepover, you know that you're about to experience some of the greatest times you had with your friends. Whenever some of my friends come over for a sleepover, we usually play things like the Switch. We play things like Smash, Mario Kart, and Ultimate Chicken Horse. What? Trust me, it's peak. And then after, we'd hit up the Wii and play some Wii Sports. Or we could just go downstairs and not be on our screens. Instead, we play ping pong. I mean, I'm not good at it, but I mean, it's still pretty fun. These games are great because my friends would be all competitive and at each other's throats. Meanwhile, I just stay silent because I've been humbled way too many times to count. But just hearing the witty banter that some of them spout is actually kind of funny, I can't lie. But then again, they can get a bit arrogant and it's just more annoying than anything. But that's more of a nitpick. After a while of duking it out on whatever game that we're playing, we get pretty hungry. Which means it's time for food. At my place, we don't really do anything special. My dad just kind of gets pizza and then we call it a night. But if we go to one of my friends' place, then anywhere in town is game. However, the catch would be that we'd have to go get it, which also means store runs. We really don't do these too much, but if we do go on a store run, it's like walking into Disneyland. Except it's not as exciting, and instead of going to ride on rides, you're just picking out groceries. But we can really get anything. My main picks are usually salt and vinegar and vanilla Coke. I know it sounds gross, but hear me out, it's actually kind of tough. My friend says that he sees people from our middle school, and the time that we went, lo and behold, there were some people from our middle school. Some of them I recognized, but then there were others that I was like, huh? Who are you? Which is also kind of weird because there are people that know who I am. And I never even seen these people in my life. After we go to the store, we just pick up our food. And, okay, I gotta talk about this one time. Okay, so one time when I was with two friends, we went to McDonald's, right? And they decided to try and hook me up with the cashier. Why? I have no idea. My main theory is that they were both dating at the time. Different people, not each other. And they were just trying to get me to, like, hook up with someone. But, like, I don't know this person. And they don't know me back. So it would just be kind of weird for the both of us. And, like, you really think I could pull something off like that? You really think I could just flirt with someone? I get nervous for asking a takeout box at a restaurant, okay? There's no way I'm pulling that off. But anyways, after we get the food, we usually just eat, and then it's movie time. And let me go ahead and say that the movies that we pick, absolute cinema. Whenever I recommend a movie, they always act like, what is this? I've never seen this in my life. What kind of movies are you watching, bro? This looks so bad. And then we watch it, and then they're like, oh my gosh. And I'm just sitting there next to them with the most smug look on my face, like, yeah, I told you. I gotta say, it's a pretty satisfying feeling, proving them wrong and be like, ha, I told you. After absolute peak, we would just watch a horror movie sometimes. And I gotta say, I'm a scared person, okay? I watch Spooky Scary Sunday all the time, and yeah, they kind of creep me out at some point. So let me go ahead and tell you that the movies that they pick are absolutely not scary and just some of the most ridiculous stuff I've ever seen. Like, I've seen some creepypastas that have more sauce than this. This is, like, actually kind of bad. It gets so bad that I just start making, like, the most horrendous jokes known to man. Something in the same vein as this. And I think they get kind of annoyed at me because they just start shooting me dirty looks. And I would probably do the same thing. So, I mean, guys, I'm so sorry. But after this, we kind of just go back to, like, playing on the Switch or something. Sometimes we do, like, a little game. Like, not truth or dare, but if you get hit this many times, you won't have to show us your entire photo library. Honestly, this is not really much of a threat for me. I just have a bunch of, like, absolute terrible memes on my phone, so I think I would be pretty safe. I think the most that they'd be questioning would be my sense of humor, and they would be absolutely right to do so. After a while, we do get pretty tired, and then it's time for sleep. I am gonna be honest, I'm not really good at this. This is the one part of the sleepover that I'm not really too much of a fan of. Now, don't get me wrong, I love sleep as much as the next guy, but I mean, like, after just hanging out with your friends so much and just doing, like, absolutely crazy stuff, you're kind of just left awake, and it's just kind of hard to go back to sleep. But I mean, eventually I do. I gotta say, the night is probably the best part of the sleepover, because, well, again, literally anything happens. And I think it's just because you're up so late and you just start acting, like, kind of weird. It's like you're just acting so crazy and you just laugh at everything. It's actually just so goofy. But when the morning comes, it's not really that great. I mean, it's fine, but it's nowhere in the levels of the night. I'm usually the first one. I kind of just wander around the place doing whatever, who knows what. And sometimes at my friend's place, his dog will just come over and just, like, I don't know, hang out with me. His dog is absolutely such a sweetheart. I love her so much. After a while, one by one, the others start waking up. Hey, you're finally awake. Sometimes my friend gets pretty impatient with my other friends. I should probably come up with the actual names for them. Oh well, I don't care. Anyways, so he will just find the most cursed audio on YouTube and just start playing it in their ear, max volume. Honestly, maybe it is a good thing that I keep waking up early. For breakfast, we usually just get donuts. Nothing really too interesting. Just normal breakfast activities. And then we just start doing what we were doing yesterday. But it's not really as exciting. Maybe it's just because there's an imminent timer that they have to leave. But it is kind of disappointing that realizing that the fun is over. And then we immediately hop on like Lethal Company or something. I love sleepovers, okay? I don't know if you could tell, but they are absolutely some of my favorite ways to hang out with my friends. Just having like a group of y'all just like hanging out at one place all day and night is actually just so much fun. So many possibilities as to what you can do. Okay, that's it for me. I will go back to my place of hiding, which is my room.
Yes!